Welcome to a little tapping sequence about shifting energy in summer. Summer is all about the fire energy. This is the time where we should be feeling more social, we should be feeling more self-assured, more self-confidence, more self-worth, and we should feel like we want to be getting out there, but without the overwhelm. So the idea is, if you're following your seasons, now's the time to be active, creative, motivated, and have that inner spark. And then as the late summer and the early autumn start to roll in, that harvest, and that's when we start to receive the goals and achieve the goals of the seeds that we planted back in our spring. So it is about being busy, but not overwhelmed, which is often a fine line, especially for myself within the household. And I see lots of mums in clinic that sort of try and find that balance. So essentially the emotions of the fire element, because we've got the 4 different meridians in it. We've got the heart meridian, which is our passion and our desire and all our self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. And then within that opposing to that, we have our small intestines, which is that yang energy, that assimilation, that what are we absorbing, what are we choosing to take in. So it's a little bit boundaries, but boundaries generally sits in the large intestines. So this is like, what am I choosing to absorb? How is that going to nourish me? We move on the other side of the fire element. We have our circulation sex, which is our hormones, our drive, our passion, and it's kind of connecting to the cycles, which is why one of the reasons why the fire element in summer is really important. But when we're fueled with our hormones and our hormones are in balance, like everything just flows. It's just easy. You're not trying to make something out of nothing, essentially. And then within that is our triple warmer, and that's our heat and our fire and our passion and that up and go, like that kind of that energy explosion. So when you're getting that little break of the energy of that ATP and you get that movement, you also get that release of heat. And that's kind of where I sort of think about when I think about the triple warmer. So the emotions within that, so we're shifting from and to. So we're shifting from like feeling unappreciated to a state of joy. We're shifting from self-doubt to self-worth. We're shifting from feeling gloomy to feeling playful. We're shifting from feeling exhausted to self-realization and what we're actually capable of. And we're shifting from internalization to self-confidence. So sort of getting yourself out of the head and into your communities or your family or your workplace, whatever it might be. In the Southern Hemisphere, summer is within the Christmas, so that creates some really good dynamics, but it also creates a little bit of that closure around the workplace. So you kind of might feel like you're missing that motivation within the work, or you might have all that spark of ideas and you might be on a bit of a downtime in terms of work, and that can be hard to navigate. But we certainly, with summer and New Year's and Australia Day, because I'm in Australia, have that connection and that celebration and that getting out and all those kind of things. So that kind of that long weekend. So you have Christmas at the start and then the long weekend at the end of those summer holidays. So it kind of caps it off as that nice social season. Okay, so the tapping points that we're going to do, and we're just going to start with, is we're going to start with the top of the head. And we might be thinking about any of those emotions, what we're shifting out of internalization. I like this point. This is that I've got 100 meetings. It's so appropriate for most of us. You could just tap this in the car on the way home. And then we're going to the gamut point, and this is your triple warmer. Right, feeling exhausted and tapping into that. From there, we're going to the little finger on the top side. This is your heart emotion, so connecting with being playful, joy, self-worth. Coming back to your gamut, and you're doing your eye sequence. So where eyes open, where eyes closed, where eyes open. We're like big circle round. Eyes closed, big circle round with your eyes. You might hum, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If there was any sticky points with your eyes, you might just go back and visit them and just check that they feel a little bit smoother. Yeah, up here a little bit. And then we're back to the point. So feeling exhausted, self-doubt, unappreciated, releasing, I release feeling unappreciated. We're back to the gamut. I connect with self-worth, playful, self-realization, energy. I just feel energy. I feel motivated. I feel connected with making really positive habits, healthy habits. And then your little finger, I feel passion. I love what I do. I love spending time with my family. I love Christmas. I love buying presents. I love grateful kids. And then you're back to your gamut point and you're connecting with your eyes, and just breathe in and eyes down and eye roll up. Take your hands out, take your fingers together and breathe into your connected meridians. As always, tap, save, share to a friend, but mostly I hope this helps.